Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, July 20th, 2015. There are no significant fire potential impacts expected for the first half of the week anyway. We're looking for wet thunderstorms for the most part across the Great Basin, the southern portions of the Great Basin for the first half of the week, and then moving up into Idaho in the Wednesday to Friday timeframe. This increase in thunderstorm activity could result in new initial attack, but the potential for large fires up there is still on the low side. Yesterday's lightning activity was limited to central portions of the southern Great Basin, and those thunderstorms were accompanied by some precipitation. Precipitation over the last 7 days has been the greatest over Idaho, western Wyoming, and portions of southern and eastern Utah, where much of Nevada has been on the dry side, particularly central and southern Nevada. Over the last 14 days, however, the percent of normal precipitation is showing the above average precipitation over northern Nevada. So pretty much in the last 2 weeks, most areas have had some precipitation except for central and southern Nevada, and those areas have been on the drier side. Initial attack was fairly light again yesterday. This morning's water vapor imagery shows an area of low pressure moving through northern Utah and southeast Idaho this morning, bringing some widespread showers to the area. Deeper moisture remains in place across southern portions of the Great Basin, where showers and isolated thunderstorms will develop once again today. Significant fire potential remains low to moderate across the region. Temperatures will be on the cooler side again today across much of the area, except western Idaho, where temperatures will be in the mid-90s. The main threat for heavy showers and thunderstorms will be across southern Nevada again today, with the potential for some flash flooding there once again. Northern Nevada and much of Idaho will be on the dry side this afternoon. By tomorrow, the moisture that's been in place over the southern Great Basin will move northward throughout the area, allowing showers and thunderstorms to develop across much of the region, as a low pressure moves in from the California coast, enhancing some of that thunderstorm development. The best chance for those heavier wetting rains is still going to be limited to central Nevada, but we'll begin to see thunderstorms move into far southwest Idaho and the central Idaho mountains. More of the same is expected for Wednesday, as that low moves into northern Nevada and up into Idaho, spreading moisture and instability into those regions. Drier air will begin to move into southern portions of the Great Basin. Temperatures will cool across the north on Wednesday as cloud cover and moisture move into those areas. Thunderstorm coverage will decrease across the southern third of the Great Basin. On Thursday, the thunderstorm coverage will become a little more limited to the northern half of the Great Basin as dry southwesterly flow further spreads across the southern Great Basin. And Friday into the weekend, drier air looks to spread across much of the Great Basin, with relative humidities coming back into the teens. Late Saturday and into Sunday, there's a chance we could see some moisture returning to southern and eastern Utah, where Nevada and much of Idaho look to remain on the dry side. Forecast precipitation amounts for today are expected to be limited to the southern third of the Great Basin, but by tomorrow through Friday, that moisture spreads up north through Nevada, Utah, and up into Idaho. Everyone should see a little bit of precipitation, except there are maybe a few spots in far western Idaho and the west deserts of Utah that may not see much precipitation. Fire danger indices still remain quite low for the time of year. Western Idaho remains the area with the highest fire danger indices, although they're still below the 70th percentile for the most part, and those indices have been on the rise for the last few days. As the moisture is expected to return for Wednesday, Thursday of this week, we don't expect those indices to continue to rise. Measured live and dead fuel moistures are also indicating values pretty close to normal for the time of year in both sagebrush and dead fuel moistures. The Climate Prediction Center is expecting a warm and dry signal to spread throughout the Great Basin going into the end of the month and the first part of August. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.